welcome to the very first frequently asked questions with Cupcake. I would do a Q&A, but I don't think there's really that much interest in that now, but I just wanted to answer some frequently asked questions that I get quite a bit on all of my social channels where I've shown Cupcake. So anyways, let's get started. So a question I get a lot is, who made your suit? So I actually did do a formal unboxing of this suit, Cupcake, and the person who made this particular suit was Fur Fancy Costumes. I also have a skull dog named Helly. That was made by Barking Mad, who at the time was called Wolf Dragon. They now go by Barking Mad, so that's who made my other suit. Eventually in the future, I'd like to get my Flit character, Flitwick, made into a suit, but I'm reserving the honor of that for my business partner and best friend, Dirty Cat Designs, whenever she is ready. So that's who made my suit. So another question I usually get is, where are you from? And that's usually because I don't go to a lot of conventions. I've only ever been to one. That's pretty much because of my job. I can't take a whole lot of vacation that much, but I'm actually from New York City. So currently I'm freezing my butt off because it snowed a lot and it's freezing here right now. But I am from the city that literally never sleeps because I'm filming this at 2 in the morning. But yeah, New York City if you ever want to visit. So technically speaking, I discovered the furry fandom way back in the old days when Neopets was still a thing. Do you remember when Neopets was still a thing? Like a good thing with really good artists before everyone left? That's when I first understood the concept of it. But I didn't know it was called being a furry, and I didn't really know much else. All I knew is I had an old character that I would draw a lot, who I don't draw anymore because I just don't really connect to her anymore. I think her name was Epona or something? I don't even remember. It was a Saluki that had panda markings and devil horns. I don't know where the old drawings of her went. I don't connect to the character anymore. But now I have 4 beautiful characters that I definitely connect to. So that was probably around 2008, I want to say, is when I first discovered it. When I discovered it was actually in the last 3 years. I actually realized there was an entire online community. Really late, I know, late to most parties, that would be me. But I didn't actually know there was a full community until I made an account on Fur Affinity after the person who made my rave outfits informed me that that was a thing. So technically speaking, no. I don't really draw. I'm not that gifted. I can Photoshop pretty decently, but I really can't make traditional art. But what I do is performance art. It's a little bit different. So I do run Glovers that does most of the light shows you'll see on my channel. And I've been trying to guide newer Glovers who are in the furry community to actually express themselves, get their videos out there, and really be open, because traditionally that community is not very accepting of furries, like at all. So I'm trying to foster that community in a much more warm, inviting environment than what they would typically face if they tried to post the main groups on Facebook or Twitter or where have you. I also sing, and I'm getting into dancing, although I haven't gotten the hang of my new fursuit feet quite yet. So that hopefully will be all put together by the time MFF rolls around, because right now it doesn't look pretty at all. Now, while it's traditionally not very nice to ask, I will tell you I'm probably older than you think. Think about it. You have a number in your head yet? So have it in your mind. I'm 27. So I'm a little older than you might have expected, or younger, who knows. But I'm 27 years old. I live by myself, obviously. Be able to film this at 2 in the morning with no one getting mad. But yeah, that's how old I am. So at the moment, I only have 4. Technically, I have 5. There's a 5th one that I haven't drawn since pretty much high school or middle school that kind of just like floated off by the wayside and I never drew again. Maybe she'll make a reappearance, maybe not, who knows. But at the moment I have Cupcake, who's this adorable little chick. I have Helly, who's this spooky asshole in the corner. Freaking glows at me at night and keeps me up and gives me nightmares. And I also have Yen and Flitwick. Yen's an ice wolf. She's being redesigned at the moment because her old design I wasn't like in love with. And then Flitwick is an original species called a flit, which is basically a bird dog kind of situation. Beaked, real dumb, real big ears, real long tail, real simple color scheme. All of mine have very simple color schemes. Not because I can't draw, even though I can't. It's because I just really like simplicity in design. So if you have a character with like cheetah stripes and rainbows and piercings and tattoos and glowing eyes and scars, and it's just a lot. I probably won't draw you fan art because it's too many markings. I can't deal with all that. But one thing to note is all of my personas are female. I don't identify as anything else, and neither do any of my characters. Just a pro tip. So, funny story, how I actually discovered the furry fandom online is kind of funny. So, that was repetitive, I'm sorry. So basically, the person who was making my rave outfits noticed that I was going for only animals all the time, with fully thought out designs and names, and kind of suggested like, hey, you think you might want to check out the furry community? It's kind of like exactly what you're doing, except there's a whole group of people that do that already. And I thought like, I don't know what that is. So I looked, and my first real introduction to the furry community, no joke, was going to YouTube, typing in furry, and seeing what popped up. And at that point in time, Doryu and all the dancer furs were huge. So my very first video that I ever found was of Doryu having a room party with all of his friends and getting someone a gift basket. That was my first introduction. And then after that, I, like basically everyone else on YouTube, discovered Telephone and Tear, in that order. And fell in love with Telephone, like literally everyone else in the community, and was in love with Tear, yes, the original first version of Tear, and was obsessed. Would watch every single video. I wanted to dance in fursuit. I didn't know what else I wanted to do. I just kept digging for more. I was like, I need more of this. I need more. So someone that knew the community pretty decently connected me to Fur Affinity and said, just make an account and play around. So I have not looked back since. I didn't publicly disclose it to anyone on my Twitter or Instagram feeds for a while because I was really scared that if I just let the cat out of the bag, everyone would just go running for the hills. But bizarrely, people have been pretty accepting. I think it's because they knew me before I was really open about it, that they're kind of chill with it, which is probably a lot nicer than some of you guys have dealt with, but it's been cool. I've never actually gotten to meet Telephone or Eno, and I've never actually gotten to meet Tear, which is a bummer, but someday I'll meet them. But I have gotten to meet Doryu and his whole crew actually at EDC, which is where we all started gloving, because I showed up at a room party and had gloves, and the rest is firstery, I guess. Yeah. So, hobbies. I go to a lot of raves and I do a lot of gloving, and I also sing. I don't post the singing online because I'm still a little bit too scared to be doing that. But you can find me at EDC almost every single year. You can find me at Electric Zoo almost every single year. And you can find me on YouTube pretty much just doodling around and trying to find the next new light show that really sparks my interest. I also am trying to learn how to draw. I'm admittedly not very good, but I'm trying to learn. I'm getting there. But I also just really like video games and stuff. Like, I play League of Legends, admittedly not very well, but if you ever want to add me on League, I'm under level 30 and I won't tone your ass in the first 5 minutes because I'm not very good. But I'm willing to learn more. So if you want to add me, you should add me. We should play. But but not least, and this was kind of a placed question intentionally, where can you follow me on social media, I wonder? So you can find me on Furry Amino as Ragehound, you can find me on Twitter as Ragehound, you can find me on Instagram as Ragehound. You can basically find me on everything that exists as Ragehound, except for Pokemon Go, because some jerk took my name. But yeah, you can pretty much find me on all of those. And if you ever see me in suit, call me by the correct name. This one's Cupcake. Don't call this one Helly. Helly's the asshole that lives over there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye! Bye.